doing some 1 free card pulls. I'm also going some paid reading as well too. Let me just make sure that I have everything set up. So I do have the tarot, and what we're going to do is we're going to dive into the tarot first. I'm going to do like a quick little general, and let's see here. All right, so a general, 24-hour general for whoever sees this. 24-hour general. Hey, what's up, Riley? How are you? I'm doing a general, just a quick 24-hour general, and then I'm going to do some 1 free card pulls and paid readings. I have some time today, guys, so I'll be on here for a little bit. But let's get into the general read, and let's see here. Of course, guys, paid readings will be answered first. They hold priority. So I am going to answer free questions in between paid readings, okay, guys? But let's get into it and let's see here. Hey, what's up, Yvette? How are you guys? We're going to do a 24-hour reading, and it's going to be general for whoever gravitates towards this. And I've got the cards in the back. I'm shuffling them. And let's see. So the first main card that comes out for you guys, 4 of Pentacles, okay? This is way closer than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so 4 of Pentacles, all right? So you've got the 4 of Pentacles going on, all right? This is something that maybe you've been saving up for. Maybe something you've been keeping to yourself. Maybe it's a dream you've been keeping only to yourself, not wanting anybody to have any negative intentions whatsoever towards it. And you've been waiting possibly 4 years or possibly 4 months for this to occur for some of you guys, okay? And it's going to start to take place. Also, somebody who's been reserved about their feelings, it's going to start to show in their body language a lot more, is also something that I'm getting, okay? But let's get into the next one. Hi, what's up, Brian Beard? How are you? 6 of Cups energy coming forth as the next main card. So with the 6 of Cups energy coming forth, some of you guys don't realize that there have been people from your past or a person, okay, who has been thinking about you non-stop. She's scared of Trump. Why would I be scared of him? I'm American. I was born in, like, Florida. What? I don't know who that person is. Hold on, wait a minute. Put user in timeout. Hold on, guys, they're interrupting. Hi, Nana. I'm gonna answer yours right after this quick 24-hour message. Collective. I'll get to your 5-minute reading in just a second. Thank you for purchasing. I do appreciate it. Let's go into the 4 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. So some your past, going back to what I said, somebody from your past, this is for the general collective, whoever gravitates towards this, okay, for within 24 hours, has been thinking about you a lot, possibly for the last maybe couple of months or maybe past 4 years. I'm getting 4 years, 4 months. It's whatever resonates the most with you. This is a generalized collective reading, so it's going to be whatever resonates the most with you guys, okay? Are you going to do a love general too? I may, but I want to get to the paid readings after this one. Okay, but anyway, so like I was saying, somebody from the past is going to be gravitating back towards you guys, okay? And with the 6 of Cups energy, this could be somebody who you least expected to come back. Maybe you thought they were just going to always ghost mode. Maybe you thought they weren't watching you. Okay, maybe you thought that they never really had a plan. Maybe you just stopped watching them with the 2 of Wands energy coming forth in the reversal. And this is going to happen within... like, it could be within 24 hours for some of you guys. Some of you guys are going to see this late. It could be within 2 days. Or maybe this person has been thinking about doing this for the past 2 days really, really intently. And then on the 3rd day, which is within that 24-hour mark, is when they're going to be reaching out. But let's get into it a little bit more. Okay, sorry. You guys are just seeing the... Hi, Jocelyn. Can I book a private reading with you? Yes, I can actually send you the link, or you can, if you don't want to answer it on here, you can purchase it on my link, and I can record it after my live stream, or I can answer it on here. It's up to you, okay? But yeah, I'm available. So let's go into it and let's get into it and let's see a little bit more. So guys, this is touching base on love, and this is also touching base on just life in general, okay? So let's get into the next one. You have the 9 of Cups. Guys, I'm at the park. I don't know who that man is. Okay. Kiki Palmer 101. With the 9 of Cups energy coming forth in the upright, some of you guys are going to get a very deep wish granted. I feel like you've been wishing for this person to come back for some time. You've been wishing for this person to like freaking show you that they care. Is also something that I'm getting with the 9 of Cups energy, okay? Is it okay? Thank you. You're welcome, Stephanie. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of me. I was thinking about you earlier today, and I was like, I don't know if she wants an email from me. So I was like... Anyway, let's get into it. So the 10 of Pentacles, maybe somebody being in a commitment, okay? This could have been like a long-term commitment or something like that. Maybe that's what held you back, okay? With the 10 of Pentacles, whether that person, maybe you found out that they were married, or maybe you found out that they were like, okay, so for an example, let's just say you, the whole time you're thinking that they're married and all this stuff, and then in reality, this person isn't married. It's just a front. Nothing legally has changed with this person and the other person. They just kind of make it, you know, seem like they're married, or like some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? Like something like that. It doesn't have to be as extreme as marriage, but it could definitely be just like a boyfriend, girlfriend, 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 boyfriend, boyfriend, they. I don't give a fuck, okay? But let's get into the next one. I had this conversation with somebody yesterday about that, psychologist. So with the 7 of Pentacles energy coming forth in the upright, shit, guys, somebody has been waiting to reach out to you, waiting to tell you how important you are, waiting to tell you how, I'm literally getting this, I'm channeling. 7 of Pentacles is just waiting it out, maybe looking, watching. This person's definitely been lurking, and they're only getting so much information off of your social media. They, maybe back in the day, maybe, you know, when you first started social media or whatever, maybe you were posting a lot, or maybe you were always out there, like everything on your mind was on the page. And now it's like you're being very selective, okay, for some of you guys. Maybe you guys are being like very selective. Maybe you're not really like expressing yourself the way that you used to. You're on your Kylie Jenner. I don't know if you guys remember when Kim Kardashian was like, oh, I feel like we have like Tumblr Kylie back or whatever. You know what I mean? Like the blog Kylie or whatever. Like when she actually showcased her personality and wasn't ridiculed and like, you know, bullied and all that shit. You know, boohoo her and her millions, right? But at the same time, boohoo her and her millions, damn it. You know what I mean? Anyway, so let's get into it and let's see here. We'll pull out one more card for the General Collective for within 24 hours, and then we're going to get into some love messages for the General Collective, and then I'm going to go into paid readings, and then after that, in between paid readings, after the paid readings are done, I'm going to answer some free questions, guys, okay? So hang tight. Thank you guys so much for joining in. And just expressing yourself in the chat too, so thank you guys. Yeah, that's so true. I'm being so selective. Yes, be selective, queen. Be selective, okay? Sometimes, you know, it takes like somebody to like really convince you. Sometimes you have to sit down and like talk with somebody for like hours and then convince you like, look, there's somebody who like really doesn't fucking love you. Okay, if they did, they would be doing this, this, and this. If they did, they would do this, this, a quick little, oh, they flirted with you and then they just like get into your, you know what I mean? Like, no, this is somebody who literally you had like a conversation with or some kind of connection with, okay, for even if it was just for like a split moment, okay? Maybe some of you guys are about to find out a really harsh truth in the most softest of ways. I don't know why I'm hearing like pray for softness, pray for softness. Even though you guys are like, I can take it, like I can take the direct, blunt kind of harshness or whatever, but like, no, pray for softness. Pray for softness, like from your partner, okay? Or the person that you're interested in, okay? Pray for softness. Even if it's a harsh truth, pray that it be delivered softly. And that's not beating around the bush, whatever, you know, there's one, you could, do doctors not have bedside manner? You know what I mean? Like you have to, you know, keep in mind how somebody's going to emotionally take something. You don't never know how somebody's going to emotionally take something. You have to keep in mind the possibilities, okay? Some of you guys could be going to the batting cages too because they just I don't know. I haven't been to this park in a little bit. I went to a new park today and I haven't been to this park in a little bit and they have like these batting cages and I just noticed them right now. Some of you guys could be going on like a batting cage, like date or something like that. I also do feel like some of you guys, after ending something major with the 10 of Swords energy, this could be like, you're like, you know what, I'm done holding out for you. I'm done kind of like waiting for you to make up your mind about me. And I feel like maybe you've already made your mind up about me, like that kind of energy. Some of you guys are going to make a decision or solidify a decision for yourself, okay? And for those of you guys who are like, okay, that's great for love, but what about career? This could very well mean that something you've been investing in for a really long time with that 7 of Pentacles being there and the 4 of Pentacles being there, maybe saving up for it or whatever, or you've just had your eye on the prize and held on to it tight and didn't waver from what you truly genuinely wanted, whether that's, you know that you want that little house on the prairie, or you know that you want that little cottage, or you want that big ass mansion, like you know you want that sports car, you know you want that really good truck, you know, like you have to know that you want it and that you deserve it and that it's coming towards you, and it doesn't matter what time it gets there, because when you want it, okay? But with the Ten of Swords energy coming forth, this is something that was over, okay? Over and done with. Maybe you guys recently ended something. Maybe there has been a split up or a breakup, or maybe somebody just completely ghosted you and didn't even take the initiative to just break up with you, or even, you know, explain or anything like that. Maybe they just didn't give you that much respect, okay? Or any respect, okay? I'm sensing that. With the Ace of Wands energy coming forth in the upright position, okay? And since this slid, what does it say? It says Six of Pentacles right beside it. Some of you guys could be hearing some really important information or meeting somebody important by doing something that involves networking, okay? Like meeting a lot of people or being around a lot of people. This could even be like an event of some kind. As I say that, you're also getting the Six of Wands energy. So this could even be like something that brings you a lot of attention. Maybe this could even be like a birthday party, or maybe even just a birthday in general. You know, I decided not to have a birthday party this year to celebrate my birthday this year. I'm just not into it this year. So I'm just gonna, you know, work on my birthday, and that's about it. I celebrated last year, and that was cool, but I don't really want to do that anymore. You know, because here's the thing when you throw parties. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to go on a little side note before I dive into the love messages, then we're going to get into the paid readings, okay? But, okay, I threw a party, okay, for my birthday party, and I was going to buy the alcohol. I don't even drink alcohol, but I have a specific taste for alcohol. Like, if I'm going to get beer, I want to get, like, you know, decent fucking beer. I don't like Bush beer. And if that makes me a diva, then so fucking be it. Have you tasted Bush beer? It tastes like piss. You might as well just put it down the fucking drain. Okay? Maybe not. Maybe not the drain. Maybe find it, you know, like where they put those oil things where you dispose of all the oil because it's like hazardous to the environment. Yeah, that's where you put Bush beer. Okay? Anyway. All right. So this dude, like one of my old roommates or whatever, like he freaking was like, so he's, you know, he had his issues. Okay. But his heart was in the good place, but his mindset wasn't clicking. Okay. I told him, can you afford Stella? Okay. You know what he fucking got? Bush beer. He said, I'm going to buy 3 cases of Stella. That's what he fucking said. You know what he brought? Bush beer. I had to pre-warn people. I was like, guys, just I want to let you know, we don't have beer. We don't have beer. Okay, we don't. Somebody ruined that shit for my birthday. So like I'm very much like a control freak when it comes to stuff like that because of how it's my birthday. It's how I'm present. Anyway, so let's get into it. Okay, so some of you guys could be meeting somebody like on your birthday, maybe doing something near your birthday, and it's going to be really exciting. Maybe after something that's like said and done and over with, and then you find somebody different. Okay, is also something that I'm getting. All right, and if it's not your birthday, it could be celebrating somebody's birthday. Okay, but let's get into some messages here. Dearest soul, I am in a bad mood. I didn't even want to see you. Yet now that I have ruined our moments today, I want to try again tonight. In thought, them. There's somebody that ruined a moment based off of their bad mood. Okay, for some of you guys, you could have literally just had like the best sex in the world, or like whatever, or hooked up or whatever, and this person's like in a sour fucking mood, and a lot of it doesn't even have to deal with you. Okay, a lot of it has to deal with their pent up kind of like resentment and all that bullshit. Okay, and it's not just resentment towards you, it's resentment towards life in general and things that aren't working out their way, or things that they just don't have control over. You know what I mean? Especially if they're being a little bit too over dominating in the bedroom. Like, why are they like that? What are they wanting to control? You know what I mean? Like, dearest you, I have such a deep war within myself. I block you out to find my own balance. I block you out to deal with my own feelings and thoughts on my own. I do not need anyone's opinions on my feelings or thoughts. I need space. In thought, them, okay, is something that's coming forth. All right, now let's get into it. Some of you guys, like I said, batting cages. I'm seeing like a younger daughter and an older son. So I feel like some of you guys may end up having an older son and like a younger daughter is also something that I'm getting. All right, so dear soul, they know they do not deserve your forgiveness, yet their prayers for you are getting more emotional the more serious things get. They know they will never love someone as much as they love you, in thought, spirit, okay? Hey, what's up, Crystal? All right, so that's what's coming up, all right? Now, the next one that you are getting, okay, Hey, Crystal, I'm in the middle of something, okay? Please be patient and kind and courteous and mindful. Dear soul, your hair is so cool. You look so sexy with your hair like that. Your style is so hot. In thought, them. Some of you guys are going to be doing something different, okay? Some of you are going to be doing something different with your style, and it's going to be involving your hair, okay? Whether that's, you know, buying the extra inches or growing the extra inches or cutting those extra inches, whatever you want to do. I'm also getting really cool pixie. Some of you guys might go Holly Berry pixie and you may think it's going to look bad, but you're going to look fucking fire. Some of you, okay? I'm not doing it. All right, but kudos and just amazingness to you for whoever has that much confidence to do that. Anyways, dear Sue, I love hearing you sing. Sometimes I feel like you are a walking symphony. I love how much you love self-expression of your emotions. You are far from boring and thought them. And this is what they think boring is, okay? This is what I'm getting. So if it's a third party relationship, the person that they're with, the way that it's boring is that their person doesn't like to try different things really in bed. It'll be like the cheesy kind of like little shits on the side, like, oh, you know what, I got this or whatever, and it's like almost feeling like it's trying too hard is also something I'm getting. And then I'm also getting really strongly, okay, this person's turned off about how much that other person needs them. And it's crazy because you may not see it as like that person grooming you to be quote unquote independent, but they may have been grooming you to be a little bit independent so that they don't have to carry the same stresses that they carry within their other relationship, or really that's them being just not wanting to hold accountability, not wanting to be there for you, not wanting to show support, you know what I mean? Or anything like that. Because imagine if you had a child with that person who just did that to you or leaves everything on you. That means you're going to be with the child by yourself while they're doing whatever the fuck they want to do. I'm not even kidding, okay? And if there is any argument about who has to change the diaper, then there's something going on, okay? That's far deeper than the diaper. All right, I will tell you that much. The deepest, your success will force them to acknowledge their wrongs that they have done to you. Love spirit. Some of you guys, this is, I don't know, I'm getting career related and family related in regards to this one. Your success is going to put other people in a certain kind of like energy, because what they thought was negative karma that's like coming towards you is actually brilliant, blessed karma coming towards you is also something that I'm receiving, guys. Okay, let's see if anything comes out for the general collective, and this is within a 24-hour mark for some people. Remember, not everything's going to resonate. This is a private reading, so just, I mean, not private reading, general collective reading, so just take a resonance and the rest out. All of my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Okay. Dear soul, your new love will not be white or black. Love spirit. So the person that, and you know what's crazy is I'm not even getting skin tone with this. And that's actually how I wrote it. It was like skin tone, like let's get some characteristics in there. Let's see what else is in there. And it wasn't to be prejudiced. It wasn't to be racist. It wasn't any of that. Okay. But the way that I'm receiving it now is that your person is not good or bad. Your person is neutral. Is also something that I'm getting, pulling in Libra energy. Okay, damn it. All right, damn it. Let's go into it. And let's see anything else, and then we'll go into some paid readings, okay? Yes, we're still in the collective reading, guys. All right, so let's see here. So for the collective, within 24 hours, what's coming up? Dearest soul, I keep trying to bother you for no reason, just to grab your attention. I want to be who you're obsessed with. In thought, them. There's somebody who literally, I don't know why I'm keep hearing somebody's going to take my throne, somebody's going to take my throne. Is also something that I'm hearing, okay? There's somebody who maybe you're getting close with or talking to, or maybe you're telling this person about, and it's getting under their skin of how close that person is to you. All right, I'm going to pull out one more. Hold on. Dearest soul, I just want to hook up. I do not want anything serious. I want to have fun. In thought, them. Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper is also making put. During this situation, some of you guys may end up having a hookup, okay? And at first you may at first you may feel guilty about it, and you may have like a little bit of pushback because you're like, you know what, no. But then you realize that maybe if you're involved in a third party situation, you realize like, why would you feel guilty about something that your person is doing on the everyday basis on things that you don't even know about, that they summarize, deflect from, gaslight you with, for those in third party situations, okay, who are going through those situations, all right? I'm trying to tell you that, like, and their defense would be like, well, that's different. I'm in a monogamous relationship. Actually, no, you're not. You're in a polyamorous relationship, a secretive one. Shh. Okay? So, guys, apparently She's the Man by Amanda Bynes is, like, not super popular in the fucking UK, apparently. I was having a conversation with somebody, but they have no idea. But for some reason, I was getting that scene where she goes, I'm a genius, shh. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, okay? Sorry, guys, I'm taking my foot brace a little bit less tight because I can't function. I haven't really slept. So anyway, so let's go into it and let's see here. Dear Stu, I will not leave them. I want to be with them and not you. I am using you to fill the spaces that are neglected between them and I. I am in too deep to leave them now and thought them. And some of you guys, like I said, remember that harsh truth? Truth? Well, it's coming through. So this could even be like, maybe there's somebody that you end up hooking up with, okay, who ends up telling you. And it could literally be somebody who's a psychologist, okay? It could be somebody who's a psychologist and you're just like, what the fuck? You have this hidden lore, dude. You know what I mean? And they'll tell you the entire time, like, dude, this is just not a healthy, it really is not a healthy situation. Like, and they'll probably be straightforward with you and just be like, you know what? If you want to hook up, we can hook up. But you have to know that I'm not going to be, like, in a relationship with you. I don't want a relationship with you. This is very straightforward, okay? And it differs from somebody who's like, let's just say, for instance, like, I love you, but you need to be stable, you need to be secure, and all this stuff. And then you have a conversation with somebody different, and they're like, why is that even on their mind? Like, they should have their own thing. Like, you should also be like feel supported. Like, so many different things. Okay, and at first you're like, damn, you're saying everything that I've been saying in my subconscious right now, but I feel like I'm betraying the person that I kind of have feelings for, that I'm waiting for, that's somebody else, sleeping with somebody else, marrying somebody else, having kids with somebody else. You know what I mean? You guys have to understand these third-party relationships. And it doesn't mean that it can't happen, guys. It really doesn't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if the signs are there and it's been 6 years, please leave. The exit is like right there, and don't hold back in the meantime, because they're never going to. I'm so serious. Like, you can explain this to as many psychologists as you want to, and there's a possibility, but I'm just going to tell you, you're going to be waiting a really long time, and you might be barren by then. Okay? And I'm like totally not even kidding. But of course, all my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Hold on. I had to turn on my AC. This is too much. It's 72 degrees. It went from like fucking 42 degrees and then went to 78. Make it make sense. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to check, okay. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to go into the paid reads, and then I'm going to go into free card pools for everybody, okay? Well, not everybody, but whoever else is here, okay? I don't make a list, because every time I make a list and I call your name, the responses are very delayed and I get very irritated. I know this about myself, and sometimes people will not respond back fast enough or quick enough, and I just like to be very in the moment with that, and it just makes me very agitated, okay? So I don't want to be like that. So I made that rule of like, no list. We'll just, call it as it is, random. Whoever's here is here. Okay, whoever gets chosen for a reading there, that gets chosen for a reading there, okay? So anyway, so let me go into Square really quick. I'll be right back. Let me just see who purchased the read. I know Nana did first, so give me 1 second. All right, guys, cool. Give me 1 second, okay? All right, guys, I am back. Let me know if you guys can hear me. All right, guys, I am back. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Right after, I don't know why he was. She's going to be right after Nana, okay? So Nana, let me know whenever you're ready, okay? No rush, no rush. Just let me know whenever you're ready. I'll wait. That doesn't irritate me. The thing that irritates me is when I call, you guys know, in the beginning of my live, some of my OGs know, in the beginning of my live streams, when I first started live streaming, I would make lists. I would sit there, I would wait for people, and they wouldn't respond back, they wouldn't even say anything, and I would waste like almost an hour waiting for people with that list. So thank you guys for being understanding. I had texted the Virgo, and something really will you come see you soon? Okay, all right, so let's see here. Okay, let's see. Let me turn down this AC or put it below so you don't hear it that much. Okay, all right, so let's see here. So is he gonna see you? What's gonna happen? Okay, what's gonna happen? How is he feeling about that? first card coming up is the Magician, Gemini, 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 Gemini energy. And Gemini energy isn't necessarily bad. It's just immensely manipulative. And it will toy with your mindset. It'll dig in so deep that you don't even recognize that the screw is in there, okay? With the Magician energy coming forth in the upright, okay? This is about a manifestation coming true for you. Something that you've been wanting to manifest. Maybe people don't realize it, but you know, when we bait guys and we put the little, or the girls, whatever, and put the thirst traps or send the little messages. I'm not about to down talk it. I'm just saying it's a little bit manipulative the way that we do it. And you notice how I say we, so you are not solo, okay, on that. We, okay. So when that happens, you expect a response, you expect something, and when they leave you blank, it gives you this kind of sense of anxiety, and that's what creates the blockage towards your manifestation, is the anxiety, okay? Believing the anxiety, whatever the anxiety is coming from. So you're probably like, well, how do you believe anxiety, right? So what is the anxiety telling you, okay? Why do you have anxiety? Is it fear? Well, when you're having a panic attack, what is it? What triggered that panic attack? Really? Oh, the trauma. No. What was the energy that was put out that you received? Okay? And how was it put out? And what did you think? Because immediately when you get anxiety, it's kind of this constant state of like fight or flight in a way. Okay? But for some reason, I'm getting that energy. This person has issues with anxiety is what I'm feeling. But of course, all my readings for entertainment purposes only. Gotta say that. And I do feel like they are going to message you, but they're trying to do it in a way where it seems like they still have power in the connection and they're not just like your beck and call. This person plans on giving you a lot of attention, especially in the coming days, possibly 6 days or sooner. All of them here, but... Alright, so let's see here. Let's get another one. Ooh. 8 of Wands. So with the 8 of Wands coming up next, this person's going to communicate with you and you're going to make plans shortly after. It's not going to be much of a delay, okay? I'm going to put them right over here so I... You know, what was the point of this? If I can't see the whole... I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. But let's get into it, okay? So let's get into it. So the next one you're getting is the 8 of Swords, so double 8 energy. So this person may have been focused on finances, which, you know, a lot of people are, especially at the beginning of the year, and they're wanting to put some of those dreams in motion. They're wanting to put some of those visions into reality, okay? I was looking at businesses today, and then I was making the connection with Epic Universe, and I was like, what if every place is technically a portal that we created? Anyway, so 8 of Swords energy coming forth, okay? We just don't see it that way because we're like, oh, it's Earth. It's not a portal. It's just a building. It's just walls and shit. I get that, okay? But anyway, so with the 8 of Swords energy coming forth in the upright, this person is caught up in their head because they don't know if you were trying to use them to get back to somebody else. I don't know why I'm getting that energy. So I don't know if he knows that you were involved with somebody for a long time or something of that nature, because he feels like you may be using him to get back at somebody else. I don't know. I just got that vibe. I really did, especially when the 8 of Swords energy came out. And you're also getting the 8 of Cups, 888 energy. 888 energy. That's a very abundant number. That's also an extraordinarily big blessing number, okay? I do feel like it's more career focused. I do feel like he's been trying to gain some blessings in different areas of his life, and they're actually going to come towards him at a rapid rate once he chooses to separate and isolate and self-process these things. And I feel like that's what he's doing. And you're probably like, that's kind of deep for just like a sext, or, you know, there's a lot more stuff that's going on than just the response to your message. There's more that goes into his response, you know what I mean? And I know you get that. So let's get into a couple more, and then we'll get into your message cards. This person doesn't want to leave you behind with the 5 of Pentacles energy coming up in the reversal. This person actually, well, I know, guys, I gotta get my nails on. Priorities, I have priorities. So with the 5 of Pentacles energy coming forth in the reversal, okay? He's having a hard time of leaving something behind because he keeps gravitating back towards leaving something behind. And it's this lifestyle of this hooking up and not really feeling complete, okay? And I'm going to bring it right back to, I think I used this example before, and I don't know if I did it with your reading or not, but Andre Lyon, and remember that detective woman trying to play him and everything, and that was the first woman that he tried to open up to. It was like season 3 of Empire. I think season 3 or yeah, it was season 3, because it was the Dubois thing. So yes, so you know how he was so interconnected with Rhonda and everything, but the minute that he hooks up with that detective, he feels empty on the inside. Like he feels like he's missing something. And it could be him, but really he's missing his wife, who was brutally, like, you know, unalived, okay, and literally in front of him, okay, with their own child, you know, baking in her belly. So like he went through a lot. So I don't know why I feel like he has trauma, maybe not that deep as far as, like, well, I don't want to say that deep, I don't want to dismiss his trauma, but what I'm saying is I feel like it's not that situation. I feel like it's a different situation, or a different something that happened that was really intimate, that he cares about it in his heart, okay? It's coming up that he chooses not to really separate from, that's hindering the true growth between the both of you guys. But overall, he is going to reach out to you. He kind of just stepped away from the message, because when you did message him that, he really wasn't in the mood. He was dealing with other shit. When men don't have their money right, when they don't have like and especially if that they're money focused, or if they're like career focused and stuff like that, they crave it. Okay, they crave that sense of self-security. Okay, it's like something embedded in them, you know what I mean? So like if it goes back to, like, you know, caveman days. All right, they lived in caves, I think. All right, it took them a while to figure out maybe the cave is a bad idea, you know what I mean? Maybe we should get a tent. So they get a tent, okay, and then after the tent, you know, wood, and then termites, you know what I mean? They're like, oh shit, so what does termites not like? I'm sure it happened in a different way, but I'm just telling you the elevation. You see, like, men, they tend to build stuff like that, okay? And I'm not saying that women don't. Jesus, I'm not saying that women don't, okay? I'm just saying that men naturally, okay? I'm not dismissing that women can as well, okay? And that women can have that embedded in them naturally as well, okay? I'm not dismissing that. But I do notice with men is that they feel completely out of whack when they do not have their sense of self-security. Whether that's not having a job, and if you are the breadwinner, the female's the breadwinner, a lot of them have issues with that, okay? Because that's like kind of giving up a form of control that they're used to having over their partner, okay? Especially if you're dealing with somebody who's a little bit more narcissistic, or somebody who's a little bit more self-centered, okay? But for some reason I'm getting that is going to be reaching out to you, okay? And I do feel like he does respect you a lot, especially with the Emperor. He views you as somebody that his mother would like, somebody that he could introduce to his mother. You are also somebody that he thinks that he could possibly get pregnant, because you are beautiful and you encompass what every single queen has. So you have a little bit of the Queen of Pentacles, okay? You have a little bit of the Queen of Wands. You got a little bit of the Queen of Water. You got a little Queen of Cups. You have a little bit of the Queen of Swords, and it's all encompassed, making this beautiful, beautiful garden, okay? Full of color and life and vegetation, not just having, I'm gonna be honest, very, very, very honest, having just a regular ass green garden. I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna be so fucking real right now, okay? It's kind of like having a house that's completely beige. You guys ever seen the movie Something New? Yeah, remember that situation, how her whole house was fucking beige and shit? That's how I see gardens that are just green. I'm not like where it's beautifully color coordinated, where some of them have like this ombre highlights of green. You can just play with the natural greens. No, I'm talking about the most basic ass, boring ass shit that looks halfway dead, okay? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need color, you need life. Oh, anyway, so the next one you have is the Hangman. All right, that wasn't a race thing, I was just, I don't know why I'm getting that energy. If you do smoke, I don't know why I'm getting purple haze, okay? I don't know why I'm getting that, okay? But I'm getting that. I'm also getting Granddaddy. I'm just keep getting Granddaddy Purple Haze. Of course, for entertainment purposes only, and theoretically, okay? By no means am I insinuating that, blah, blah. So let's go into some message cards for you. So first of all, the Hangman, he's watching you and he wants to reach out to you, but he's waiting for the perfect time. So he's going to be reaching out to you probably through the internet. I don't know if you reached out to him like through social media, through like Messenger or something like that, but he's going to be reaching out to you. He's definitely been watching your social medias with the Hangman and the World card coming out. There's something that he's been working on completing. This is in his personal life that's going to bring him more abundance, and it's work related. As I say that, Wheel of Fortune legit popped out, okay? So I do feel like he's going to be receiving a breakthrough, and I feel like this is going to enhance the vibrancy that both you guys feel, which means more open conversations, less restrictions, less snappiness, less ghosting, you know what I mean? More being there, you know what I mean? Oh, hey, love, did you send a message? I didn't see it after that. It's just his message retracted. I'm sorry. I went on my little tangent there, but let's go into a card for you, okay? Give me one moment. Of course, I didn't put them back the right way. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. So, what does I, the Virgo, have to say? Well, what's going to happen when he reaches out? What's going to be happening? Okay. When he reaches out, what's going to be happening? This person's energy is so scrambled. Okay. He's really focused on wealth right now. I want you to know that with dear soul, just because they are rich does not mean that they are giving, clean, or kind. Treat the rich the same as you would a peasant. When you look past their facade, you will see two poor men, not just one wealthy and one poor. Ghost of Christmas past. Love spirit, okay? But I'm so fast when I say this person's really hyper focused on their finances, and they're also going to be I don't know why I feel like they're going to be betrayed by somebody who's a little bit wealthy, and they're going to learn their lesson the hard way, that maybe they should have invested with a different situation. I'm getting that energy. It's like they wish that they would have invested in something that they thought that wasn't going to come up, but ended up coming up anyway. Now, so let's get into it. You have, dearest you, what you have been waiting for within your relationship is finally here. Not years, days. Love spirit. So this person's going to be reaching out within a few days. You're also going to create a little bit of a breakthrough with each other. Okay, it's the energy that's just happening. People are either going to split up and break up, or people are going to elevate their relationship and just get closer, start becoming distant with things or people that they just don't want to be associated with for a long time. They just feel like it's just bad news or just drags them down or whatever. Okay, dear soul, you are destined for a happy marriage. You are not meant to stay single. You are meant to be married and loved. You'll be cherished by your husband/wife, or well, you husband. You are not meant to live alone in thought. Them. Your ring finger will itch when it's time. Okay? You could be getting married soon. Okay? And this is also an indicator that your ring finger may itch. Okay? On the left-hand side. The right finger on the right side. If you guys are like, what does the right ring finger mean? That usually means an engagement. The left hand means an actual marriage, like an actual commitment. Anyway, from what I've come to discover. Dearest crush, I keep staring at the phone hoping that you'd reach out first. I feel like such a coward waiting for you. I should just pick up the phone and call. In thought them. He feels like he waited a little bit too long to respond to that, and he would feel like an asshole if he responded to you like now, is also something that I'm getting, but he's going to end up reaching out to you anyway. Dearest soul, your new love will have blue eyes. Is also, those are my favorites, okay? Blue eyes. Dearest soul, when I met you, I was starstruck. Your baby. Your beauty and your personality just shines when you enter the room. I get so insecure when I lock eyes with you and thought your crush. There's something about eyes and the way that your eyes are shaped. This person's going to be very alluring. This person may have lighter set eyes like blue. But for some reason, I'm not getting light blue. I'm getting dark blue. Yeah. I'm getting dark blue. Okay. I don't know why I don't like those eyes I just saw. Dark blue. Be cautious with a dark blue person who may be coming towards you. Okay, dark blue-eyed person who may be coming towards you. This person may not have the best or purest intentions. They may be very, very manipulative. Could have Gemini in their chart. Okay, or Virgo, or Scorpio. Dominantly. But let's get into it and let's see here, okay? I'm going to pull out one more, and then we're going to close it for your read. I know I went over, I know. Dearest you, although you were written out of the will, you are still destined for wealth. You will be rich when others wanted you to live poor. You will jump timelines and generate a lot of wealth. Love spirit. Okay, so let's just say if somebody wrongfully, took you out of something, okay? And something that was always destined for you when they know that they were in the wrong or something like that, you're going to end up getting it anyway. And it might not be from them, okay, in particular. You're going to end up gaining that wealth anyway. You're going to, that wish anyway is also something that's coming forth. All right. And it's because it's what's in alignment with your energy and what you're calling in. And this is how you'll take note. You'll start to see signs. Sometimes it, like, let's just say, okay, let's just say if you're meant to be like in a little bit more of a popular circle or something like that, you're going to end up attracting people who may have a very large following. I'm not even fucking kidding. Okay? Like, you could just be working and literally on your way to the job or whatever, on your way to do something, you could literally be running into a famous person. Okay? And they end up being super cool or whatever. That's happened to me most recently. Okay? And it just happens to like where you meet your not your person, you meet like the person that your energy is most aligned with in that moment as far as like what your mindset is on. Okay? This is very interesting how this works. All right, so let's just say, you know how like who was the two roommates, Leonardo DiCaprio and that guy from Good Will Hunting, not Ben Affleck, that other dude. For some reason I'm getting that. I don't know why I'm getting that. Why am I getting that energy? Celeb vibes with you. Like there's something that you're wanting to do that's going to lead you into that social circle, and you're going to start getting signs, and you're going to bypass it because you're not going to want to overhype it up, and you don't want to disappoint yourself by being too optimistic. I know this has nothing to do with the question, but I'm picking that up. Anyway, so that's what I'm getting for you, love. I hope that you enjoyed that. And then Stephanie, Miss Upton, please feel free to let me know your question and we can get into it. And guys, I can film a longer reading privately as well and deliver it like within the hour as well. Before 5 o'clock, before 4 o'clock, I can do that too, guys. So if you're wanting a longer reading, let me know. But besides that, Stephanie, please feel free to let me know when you're ready with your question, Miss Upton. But dang, girl, yeah, Nana, I have a lot to say about some things that are shifting and changing in your world. But it's mainly just the blessings that are coming your way and the shifts that are coming your way. But anyway, so I feel like it could be like just like a quick 3-month read is something that I'm thinking, like 20-minute read. But just let me know, okay? I will. I'll be back. Thank you. You're welcome, love. And then, Stephanie, whenever you're ready, feel free to let me know your question, Miss Upton. And then we'll go into some free questions for people. Hey guys, I'm waiting for Stephanie. If anybody can be so kind to just write, Stephanie, it's your turn. That would be great, please. Anyone? She's in a different country, so it's a little bit, it's a different, she's in Europe. So, the timing is different, so I don't know if it's late, I don't know if it's early over there, I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure she's probably a little busy, so. Thank you, Yvette. I appreciate that, love. All right, so while we wait for Stephanie, if anybody has a question, feel free to post it, and I'll do a 1 free card pull for you, okay? I'm just going to wait for Stephanie to write her question, and I'm going to get right into her reading. So if you guys have a question, please feel free to post it. I'm just going to allow Stephanie some time to write her question, okay? song stuck in my head and I have no idea why. Sorry, I'm here. Hey, what's up, Stephanie? Will I get a job offer in a company? Stephanie's back. Thank you, Yvette. Feel free to write your question, Stephanie. I'm just going to answer Yvette's question really quick with a 1-card pull. I'm going to give you some time to write your question, okay? No problem. Will you get a job offer in the coming week? Okay, so will you get a job offer within the next 7 days? Okay. That was fast. 9 of Cups. Boo-boo. Within the next 9 days, you are going to get a job offer. Okay. The reason why I'm saying 9 days is because the 9 of Cups came up. All right, the star card could have came up and stuff like that. There could be a little bit of competition, heavy competition with the 5 of Wands, or you could end up getting into some kind of disagreement with somebody who could be a potential employer. I know how that sounds, but for some reason I'm getting that vibe. One more out for you. 9 of Swords, but you're going to get out of a toxic situation as far as work goes, and you're going to find some balance and restoration. I feel like that's going to be coming towards you within the next 9 days, okay? Or sooner. But I'm getting that for you, love. I hope that you enjoyed that little small tidbit, and thank you for assisting. And I'm going to get into some free questions after I'm done with my paid reading here, okay? Thanks, Jazzy. Can't wait to come back and tell you I have a job. Yes, love. And I'm going to try to go on live stream more. I will. To offer a little bit more towards the channel. I was going to do a beginning of the year pick a card, but honestly, like, I missed it. I missed the beginning of the year, basically. Okay? I have readings for, like, I have March Madness readings. I have Valentine's Day readings. I have all that. So I'm just reposting as the year goes along for people to choose a different pile and stuff like that. And if I get led to, like, record a pick a card reading and stuff like that, I will, you know. But I definitely have a lot of pick a card readings, and I'm going to make them more organized, too. I'm going to put them, like, in, like, love, money, and then career, blessings, just general, and then, you know, third party or whatever, or marriage or family life or whatever. I'm going to start doing that, too. Thank you, Yvette. But Stephanie's on. She's just writing her question. But it'll be okay. Is S learning anything in our connection? What do you mean learning anything? Do you just want to know what he's learned so far in the connection? What do you mean? Is S learning anything in your connection? Do you just want to know what he's learning? I think it's a karmic connection. Okay. So let's see. So what is S learning in your connection? What has he learned so far? Is he growing at all? What's happening with that? So let's see. Oh, first card that flies out here is the Five of Pentacles in the reversal. He hasn't, okay, I'm not going to say he hasn't learned anything, but I will say is that the Five of Pentacles energy does suggest him leaving you out in the cold and kind of leaving you be. But with it being the reversal, it's almost like him learning, because it's based off of what he's learning about the connection, is that you're somebody who will walk away but will wait for them to kind of like change their mind or say something different and stuff like that. He almost sees it as kind of like maybe a little form of manipulation. I'm not trying to, dog you out or anything like that. I swear, I've been there. So the next one that you're getting is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles in the upright. He feels like you're not somebody that he can just leave, with the Five of Pentacles in the reversal and the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. This is what I was waiting to really solidify that Five of Pentacles. And I'm going to get a little bit of clarification on it. But with the Ace of Pentacles energy coming forth, I do feel like this is him wanting to offer true commitment that isn't going to leave or waver. He's also noticing that if he stays, instead of just blocks you and just like ghosts you, that you guys end up working things out a lot faster, a lot quicker, because you know what I mean? Who would have thought talking your problems through would actually create change in some capacity, you know what I mean? But the next one that you're getting is the Three of Wands. Within the next 3 weeks, you're going to see change, okay, between the both of you guys. Now, getting into the next one, you're having the Moon card. And the Moon card energy is in the reversal. Okay. With this Moon card energy coming up in the reversal, this lets me know that you're helping him dive into the reality of his subconscious. Not just, oh yeah, I dream about this one day, or oh yeah, I dream about that one day. It's like, no. He's now starting to create a plan as far as like how he wants to get that done. He's not really telling people about it. And this actually brings me back to the general collective reading that I was talking about with the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles coming out. Okay, just a little bit. And the reason why is because that Seven of Pentacles means that he's waiting for something, but also investing in something. Because when the Seven of Pentacles is kind of like a farmer who looks down and is waiting for his crops to grow. But people don't really talk about the process that it took. Okay, like the Four of Pentacles, he had to save up for the fertilizer, save up for the plant, save up for the property, save up for everything. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles is a part of that as well. It tells a storyline in a way. Okay, it's just pieced apart. Okay, when we do tarot, and we have to take that signs and then interpret them, and then for the intuitives who get intuitive downloads, that's also something that happens. But anyway, so getting to the next one, the Page of Swords. Okay, the Page of Swords energy is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I am getting more along the lines of sporadic, quick communication, happy-go-lucky, so I'm getting Gemini with the Page of Swords. All right, this is somebody who wants to network. This is somebody who wants to tell you the truth. This is also somebody who's going to be a little bit quick with their responses and expects a quick response to the things that they want to do erratically. Okay, hold on, let me put this on. Now, getting another one, you have the King of Cups. So with the King of Cups energy coming forth in the upright position, this is really big on Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. But this is also big on him having a lot more emotions than he lets on towards you. Okay, this is somebody who harbors a lot of emotions, and this is also somebody who will be distant at times in order to be emotional on their own, is also something that I'm getting. Justin Bieber 101, he's the Pisces king there. Speaking of Gemini, you're getting the Magician energy, confirmation of what I was feeling with the Page of Swords. With the Magician, this is also somebody who wants to try to, quote unquote, make things better. This person isn't, but you ask what they're learning. Okay, you ask what they're learning. What's different about this connection? What's going to change for him or even you out of this connection? So with the Five of Pentacles, there's something about learning how to save money better by noticing how you're spending and saving your money is also something that I'm getting with the Five of Pentacles. This is also learning how to not leave somebody by, just like work through things. It's one thing just to be like, you know what, I cannot talk to you today. Like, actually, we're not doing this today. Or like whatever, and being like that. Versus, you know what, I don't want to talk to you like ever again. Okay, I don't want to see you ever again. I don't want to do anything like that ever again. Instead of just being like, listen, I need a moment. I got to go take a breather. Like, we got to not yell at each other like this to where our neighbors can hear us from across the street. Like that kind of energy. All right. Now, the next one that you're getting is the King of Wands in the reversal. He's also learning not to be as impulsive, but he's also going to learn from his own mistakes and also going to have a really strong look in the mirror and see how his impulsivity has created self-destruction in his love life. This includes cheating. This includes, like, you know, as I say, cheating, Three of Swords. All right, betrayals. This includes him being okay with like double lives and stuff, but when his girl maybe steps out, or if his girl who isn't really even his girl steps out or does something, then he has like a whole conniption. Okay, now the next one that you're getting is Justice in the reversal. He's learning that he has to learn how to be fair, because he thought that he had to play dirty in order to win. Okay, with the Justice card coming forth in the reversal. He's also going to maybe get like negative karma. Okay, and it could hit his finances. You may have like Taurus in your chart really strongly. Could be like in one of your houses. Okay, I'm just getting that vibe, because a lot of Taurans, they'll affect your finances. Okay, so like when they don't have positive intentions towards you, they're going to affect your finances. So that means that the money that you were going to make or whatever, it ends up being a little bit more of a struggle to get. Okay, because you ended up having to, you know, like out whatever the Taurus wanted or whatever. Okay, and it's fine because the Taurus, you know, comfort, security, protection, stuff like that most of the time. But when they're living in their shadow element, like in their shadow self and not being as fully aligned, it can drain you as a person to like where you end up depleted, like to where you may end up on the brink of losing stuff. You know what I mean? And you can't do what you originally planned, like sleep, you know? Anyway, so I'm going to get a few love message cards. Oh, I'm going to give you a choice. Do you want love message cards or do you want slightly unhinged, Stephanie? Please feel free to let me know. So with slightly unhinged affirmation cards, it'll get a little bit more straightforward, but it'll give me a little bit of how he's learning his lesson. Okay, or lessons. And then the deepest will let me know how he emotionally kind of changes or matures throughout this. So you let me know if you want slightly unhinged affirmation cards. So this, I'll keep this as option 1. Or option 2, the deepest, and that's the message cards. So feel free to let me know which one you prefer, okay? The deepest? All right, cool. So let's get into the deepest and let's see here. So how is he growing? What is he learning? Okay, so what is he learning throughout this connection? Okay, what is S learning throughout your connection? All right, what's Stephanie up then? What is S learning throughout that connection? Dearest soul, I feel horrid for the way I used you. I should have just left you alone, but I was alone. I was selfish. I was unbalanced. Now that they are back in my life, I have started to realize how horribly that I've treated you. And thought them is also something that's coming forth. So throughout his connection with you, but also his connection with maybe a potential third party or something like that, he's going to realize how it's affecting not only you, but also this other person, and how he's creating blockages within his own life. Okay, let's get some more. Let's see here. Thank you, Yvette. I appreciate it. Dearest soul, I want you to spend the night, or I spend the night with you. I want to wake up in the middle of the night and feel you. I don't want to be without you tonight. Love them is also something that's coming forth. The next one that you're getting, so this is also him showing you a lot more of his openness, not necessarily being needy, like, oh, I need you here, or like, no, not bedazzled. Okay. Remember when he prayed to be more sensitive and starts crying on me? Anyway, well, he didn't pray, he wished, and it was horrible the way he wished this. But anyway, so, dearest soul, that's why he received a lot of negative karma backlash, because that's what it ties into. When you don't wait for your karmic blessings correctly, it ends up creating, like, negative backlash. That's why I'm not a huge fan of candle work, but dearest soul, a third party will want to take your new lover from you. Speaking of third party, and this is what he's going to learn, is her true nature, what she really wants, okay? And how she really is. Dearest you, there is a stillness in the air when you and I lock a gaze. This form of internal silence mesmerizing me. This stillness reminds me of my own breath, of my own life force, of my own chi. This magnetic feeling urges me to feel loved and urges me to love. In about them. So you're also going to help him recognize that love is not just about sex. Love is not just about physical connection. Love is not just about that. Love is being there for your person when they are going through back surgery. Love is, going to them or maybe even offering to take them to their appointment. That could be in a different city or whatever. Okay. Love is demonstrated in many different ways. Okay. But anyway, but that is definitely not something that you should put aside, is him displaying that, like more physical affection, stuff like that, okay? Because that is a way that you can display love. It just can't be what the entire relationship is about, okay? Because the minute that's like no longer on the table, this person all of a sudden ghosts you, isn't talking to you, isn't doing whatever, it makes you feel like really less than, to the point where you feel so inadequate, knowing that they may even have a third party, or if they do or not, it makes you even feel more inadequate. So then you figure, why are you being faithful or even loyal to somebody who doesn't text you back, doesn't even care about how you're healing, how you are? These are the things that you need to ask your person, okay? Because it's important. Because what happens after you give birth and maybe you can't have sex for like a couple weeks, Like, have you guys ever seen The Heat? With Melissa McCarthy and Sandra Bullock, okay? And when she when she goes, when they're introducing her, it's in the beginning of the movie, when she's trying to find an informant to honestly just help her brother. That's really what she's doing, and also put a bad guy away and save a bunch of people, and she's doing that. It's a really cool movie. It's a cute movie, it's comedy. But there's a part in there where she catches like a guy trying to get a prostitute, okay? And she calls his wife. Okay, and meanwhile he's trying to take the phone back. She's like breaking his hand, and she's like, what is that sound? Whatever, the wife or whatever, I'm assuming, on the phone. And she goes, oh yeah, oh, that's the sound of me breaking his fucking hand. And then she goes, oh, she said do it harder, and she just breaks it. Okay, so it's funny when you see it, okay? It's not I'm not trying to be as violent as that, or trying to insinuate as much violence or anything like that, okay? But what I am saying is that I feel like you need to test the spirit. Okay, I'm so serious. Dear soul, you will be purchasing property soon. No more landlords. You will now be a homeowner. You're going to help this dude become a daddy. Okay, like having the daddy mentality. I'm not talking about, oh yeah, that's my daddy. I'm not talking about that ratchet shit. Okay, I'm talking about and it is ratchet. I feel like it's ratchet. I just feel awkward saying it because I just feel awkward saying it. Okay, so like. Okay, it's like that. But I'm talking about zaddy, okay, mentality. I'm talking about like, oh yeah, what time do the kids get up? We should prep this. We should do that. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Like dad mentality. They grow up. You know what I mean? It's not just let's fucking party all the time. You know what I mean? Or let's, fucking and not be intimate all the time, or not do anything really to bond us, or like to do something special for us, you know what I mean? Everything just has to be in the same place, the same time, the same everything, and it's just like, oh my god, this isn't even a relationship, this is not even a what, and it starts clicking in your head after maybe you explain it to somebody, and they're like, are you fucking crazy? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, okay? So the next one that you're getting is 21.7 million or more, top 1%. You're meant to marry somebody who has a lot of wealth. The person that you're also inquiring about is also going to learn how to manage their money very well, might even work for a multi-million-dollar corporation, okay, and end up making a lot of money, okay? I don't feel like it's like maybe that grandiose. I mean, it could be. I'm not gonna limit this person, but I do feel like this person's gonna end up making a lot of money. So what your energy and what they're going to learn, okay, and that they're in the process of learning, and like maybe even have learned a little bit, is that they have to grow up. They have to create some form of stability. They have to do something if they want what they envision with their future wife. Because this person is not only going to see, oh yeah, I just want a future wife now. They're going to see their person as literally their life partner. Okay? And it's based off of the arguments that you guys have. It's based off of the karmic lessons that you guys face. And it doesn't mean that you guys are meant to enjoy the benefits of working out that karma and clearing out that karma and being cleared out of that karma together. Okay? And what I mean by that is that sometimes you're kind of done working with somebody with their karma. Sometimes you're kind of done accommodating or compromising with somebody and their choice to choose somebody else or to do something else or something like that, because it's a choice. You know, if you really love somebody, you would want to live with them. You would want to be with them. You would want to start creating life together. You know what I mean? Like, there's different things, and people are like, oh, that doesn't happen right away. Maybe to people who just don't want commitment and stuff like that, you know, and are scared of that, you know, and want to test spirit for a really long time, you know what I mean? And there are people who are winners, chicken dinner, and get like proposed to like after 7 years, and they stay through the bullshit. Like, I totally understand. And then they have to deal with the more bullshit, okay, because they thought that it was going to kind of settle down once they got the ring, but like once they got the ring, it just brought in a lot more bullshit, and some stuff they didn't even find out until years later, and now it just weighs on their shoulders like a damn heavy axe, like a bag full of axes that they have to fucking carry around all the time. That shit's heavy. So yeah, test the spirit before, all right? And the ring doesn't necessarily change their habits, okay? And the baby doesn't either, all right? So I don't know why I'm getting that energy to like where he's going to learn how to grow up, okay? Like, his frontal lobe is going to be developed, all right? He's going to start thinking ahead, thinking forward, okay? Critical thinking. Picking up some Virgo energy, though. I'm picking up some Virgo energy. There could be a Virgo that's transitioning into your life or wanting to make his like presence known, or that person's presence wants to be known to you. And this is separate from the person that you're inquiring about. But I'm getting a lot of Virgo energy. But that's what I'm receiving for you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, love. I'm going to go ahead and mark your readings as completed. Bear with me 1 second. And then I'm going to answer some free questions for you guys, okay? Give me 1 second. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm waiting for the page. I'm waiting for the page. Oh, no. Oh, no. I cannot. Chat, I can't see anything. What the hell? Hold on. Let me... Where is it? Hold on, guys. 1 second. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Give me 1 second. Damn. Let's see. I gotta set this up. Give me a second. And it's dead. I'm not even fucking kidding. This is my life. Okay? This is sometimes this is my life. Okay? But alright, guys. I can't see shit. I can't see any of the live chat. I don't even know if you can hear me. But I hope that you guys have the rest of a great evening. I'm gonna hop off, and I'm gonna hop on tomorrow morning, okay? I'll hop on tomorrow morning once I get up, and it'll be my first thing I do before hopping on the road and doing my whole daily Uber and all that stuff, okay, guys? But I hope that you have a beautiful rest of the day. If anybody does want a private reading with me, please feel free to reach out. I am recording readings the rest of today, so feel free to reach out, guys. So I would be able to give you delivery within the hour, most likely. But speak to you guys soon. Bye for now. I'm so sorry I can't see shit. Okay, I don't even know if you guys can hear me. All right, guys, hold on. Let me see if I can. Give me a sec. Hold on. Oh no, shit. No. Okay, so here we go. Okay. I could see you guys. You're welcome, Stephanie. And everything's been marked completed. If anybody has a question, feel free to let me know. Sorry, guys. That took a minute. If anybody has a question, please feel free to write it. I can see the chat now. I'm sorry. I had to close out of it and come back in, and it was a mess. It really was. So sorry, guys. But if you have a question, feel free to post. All right, so there's no one on here probably because I fucked up. So anyway, next time, guys, I'll be on here tomorrow morning. And until next time, guys, bye for now.